What is happening, everybody? I hope you're all well, and welcome back to The Last of Us Part 2. We are here in the density of this fucking snowstorm. If there is one time where you don't want reduced visibility in a snowstorm like this, it is almost certainly in the middle of a horde like that.
Oh my god.
Let's take care of what we can here off on the sides. Remember when I said let's take care of what we can up on the sides? Well, we might run into a little problem with doing that, huh? Time to use those big ass fucking legs to run, Abby. We're leaving. Remember how last time I said imagine a world where you take all the hints that the game was giving you and turn around for your team, because it's so clearly a bad idea to do what she's doing without assistance. Well, here we are. This would be why I said what I said.
Damn it!
You can jump. Shit, chain link fence like this is not what you want in this situation.
Give me your hand. We're gonna have to run.
Yeah, you think?
I'll cover you. Go. Come on, this way.
Oh shit.
Through here. Oh shit. Hold up! This way, come on! You okay?
Yeah.
Old relative.
Where they all come from? Doesn't matter. What does is where we going.
I reckon we go out the back. We can make a break for the lodge.
Yeah, I ain't got a better idea. Hey, you got a gun?
Yeah.
Well, I hope you're a good shot. Keep up with us.
I guess they do know about the lodge
Warn
then,
everyone.
since he was just talking about that.
We gotta live through this first. Watch them windows. God damn it! Those bitches are everywhere! Move! Get to the door! Through this door! Come on!
That door ain't gonna hold them for long.
We need to hurry.
Up there, the window!
Let's quickly get a look around this place.
See a way up there?
Here, use this!
Hey, girl! Give us a hand with this thing!
Or whatever he said.
Up onto the cart!
It's pretty fucking heavy.
We're getting inside!
I'll get the gun to the window! You two keep those infected off of me! Damn, this thing is heavy!
Come on! Quicker! Stay off of it! Help!
Save my hide there.
Teammate, take over! I got it! Just keep those infected away! Tommy! I'm running low! Need another minute! Hey, you still with us? Them shots count!
I'm glad you're a better shot than me.
Watch out! Tommy! Almost there!
I wish you would make it almost a little faster.
Come on! Whoa! Go! Hey! Through the window! Let's go! Hurry! I got you. They're close to us!
Where are we going?
It's this way! Come on!
Everywhere!
Shit, stay close.
Head for those doors! Through here! Let's go!
Hey, I'm Tommy. That's Joel. What's your name?
Abby.
Abby, are you okay?
That ain't gonna hold. We gotta go back.
We can't outrun them all the way to Jackson. We need to barricade that door.
Tommy, we cannot stay here!
The horses ain't making it all that
My
way.
friends are at a mansion just north of here. It's fenced in. We have the whole perimeter secure.
It's a Baldwin place. I can work.
All right. I'll get the door.
You ride with me. Come on. Come on!
Time to leave. That was a clicker right there. They were almost big cooked. Now, of course, Tommy just giving out him and Joel's name right there is a problem. We'll talk about that when we get
When I
there.
was 12, I found a skateboard. Uh-oh. And I tried to get on it. And it shot right out from underneath me.
Wait, how did you get the scar?
I fell on my knife.
Okay.
A chemical burn. I did it myself.
Why?
It's hard to tattoo over scar tissue.
To cover a bite mark. Right here. I got jumped by an infected when I was 14. And turns out I'm immune, so it healed with a ring of fucked up teeth marks and cysts and...
Ow!
Fuck you.
What? Hey!
I told you a real fucking story.
I did tell you a real fucking story.
Oh, you want a bite mark?
What?
Did you hear that?
Jesse? Just stay there, okay?
Are you okay?
Just will
What's
you wait,
going on?
please?
It's about to be awkward.
What? Just turn around. What are you doing?
Are you kidding me?
Out on patrol, huh?
You're supposed to be on patrol.
There's a blizzard outside.
Is that weed?
Why are you here?
People are counting on you. You get that? What we do matters.
Well, then why aren't you at the fucking lookout?
Because Tommy and Joel didn't show up.
What do you mean?
We waited for them for an hour. I was looking for their horses when I saw lights.
Maybe they just went back to town.
Without being replaced? No way. How much of their region have you covered?
Not much.
Then we split up. Go at it from different sides, and we can cover the whole thing in a few hours.
I don't like you riding solo. We don't know what's out there.
Exactly. What if they need help?
Okay, I'll head west. Dina can take south, and you come from the east, but be smart about it, yeah?
Yeah.
A quick snap to reality. Whatever's going on with Ellie and Joel, she still clearly gives a shit, right?
Let's get inside!
Scared us.
How you guys doing?
We're good. Thanks.
Yeah. Can I talk to you for a minute?
You want to get those saddles off?
No, it's all right. We'll just ride out the storm and get out of here.
No got any brushes or towel or anything?
You want nothing but lucky.
You have no idea.
Don't get electricity in here.
Where the fuck have you been?
There are solar panels on the roof.
Who are these people?
How long y'all been here?
Since yesterday?
Yesterday.
Yep.
What are y'all doing out this way?
Just passing through. You two live nearby?
We do. A few hours down the hill. Y'all should come back with us, restock before you head out.
Appreciate it. I'm Mel, by the way.
Tommy, this is my brother.
Joe. Y'all act like you heard of us or something.
Because they have.
Laura? All clear?
He's out.
Put him against the wall.
Tommy! Get off me! Get off me!
Yeah, the leg.
Puta madre.
Joel Miller.
Who are you?
Guess.
Why don't you say whatever speech you got rehearsed? Get this over with.
Atta boy.
Tourniquet his leg. Do it.
Don't you fucking move. God! Damn it!
Clear out.
You stupid old man. You don't get to rush this.
And obviously everything that just happened is what I was talking about when I said I have a huge issue with the story of this game.
Tommy!
The sheer amount of fucking contrivances
How do I get down there?
The amount of things that don't make sense and the retconning of people's abilities that goes down here will forever bother me. And it's not the fact that Joel...
Okay.
It's not the fact that what happens to Joel happens here. That's not my issue. Right, there is a universe and there is a world where Joel dies and it's completely acceptable and it's completely okay. You know, he has a lot of enemies. He did a lot of things in the past.
Joel!
From when he was a hunter, what he did at the start of the apocalypse. And you gotta understand that in The Last of Us Part 1, he was so paranoid and so untrusting of people because of his past that he wouldn't even give people his real name. He wouldn't give people his real name. He wouldn't let Ellie tell the truth about her situation with the buy because he knows how people are. He wouldn't trust anybody to go like get resources. So let's just take this shit one by one, right? First of all, the series of unfortunate events that take place in this part of the game is just like holy shit. So, unfortunately, on the day that Abby and her crew roll up, it just happens to unfortunately be the day that Joel and Tommy are out on patrol, right by the lodge where these people are. Now, unfortunately, even though Abby's entire crew, including Owen, her ex, seems to be her closest confidant, even though they want nothing to do with this anymore, they're all ready to give up, pack it up and go home. Mel's pregnant, they're just really not feeling it. Unfortunately, against all of her people's advice, she decides to continue forward. Now, unfortunately, as she's wandering around aimlessly, she just so happens to cross paths with a zombie horde. Now, unfortunately, that zombie horde rolling through just happens to unfortunately push Abby towards Joel's location, right? Now, unfortunately, Joel happens to be in the same place that the horde pushes her, and unfortunately, he decides to be a good Samaritan here, even though he's helped kill people and left many people to rot. Unfortunately, on this day, he decides to be a little more trusting and save the girl. Now, unfortunately, when they save the girl, he just haphazardly gives out his name, right? I'm Tommy, this is my brother Joel. Keep in mind, Tommy is an ex-Marine, and he was also a Firefly, so he understands the ramifications of all this, and he also, at the start of this game, got the lore dump on what Joel did, so he knows too. Right. Now, unfortunately, they just can't make it back to Jackson. There's just no way somehow to get back to Jackson, even on horseback, so unfortunately, they then have to go right back to Abby's home base, where all of our friends are. Unfortunately, Abby feels no sense of humanity about the people who just saved her life and decides to blow his fucking leg off with a shotgun. Unfortunately, all those people who just watch this go down are actually super sadistic, even the pregnant lady. They'll tourniquet his leg and let him get tortured. It'll be one thing to just be like, okay, let's just kill him. He's here, right? But tourniquet his leg, they just beat him to death. So that's a brief listing of the series of unfortunate events that have taken place here. And there's about to be another unfortunate event right here coming right up. None of this makes sense. And not only that, unfortunately, Joel and Tommy are both way too stupid to realize the kind of situation they're in. Not only did they say that they're from Jackson down the road and offer to bring these random, well-armed militia people back to their base to resupply, unfortunately they also gave out both their names. Of course, it wouldn't matter because they already did it to Abby, but it's definitely worth pointing out that they did it fucking twice. Not only did Tommy and Joel do it in the heat of the moment before, they did it in a calm, relaxed moment here. It would be one thing, you know, if a zombie grabbed Joel and in panic Tommy was just like, Joel, to like save his life or something. That would be one thing, but to just give it out not once but twice. There is so much absurdity here. And for some reason, Neil Druckmann's genius ass decided that not only would they kill Joel here, they'd literally torture him to death with a shotgun and a golf club. The decision to do that at the very start of the game is nonsense outside of the fact that they wanted surprise shock horror. That's the only purpose that serves. That's all they're doing here, is they want to shock you. It's subversion. And none of it really makes sense. And now, unfortunately, here in a second, Ellie, even given all of her expertise, like how many times has Ellie and Joel and Ellie and Dina and just in general Ellie, how many times do you think they've cleared buildings like this? You think they've done that a lot? How do you think she's gonna go through this door? Do you think she'll be cautious and careful? Do you think she'll take her time and be patient with this to make sure she saves the day? Or do you think she's gonna do something really stupid and get caught? Well, why don't we go find out?
Pin her down! Get off me! Get her hand! Get the fuck off me!
You got her! Look, you got her! Okay?
You're gonna fucking die!
What's going on?
Let him go. Who is that? Let him
She
go!
snuck in.
Why aren't you posted up outside?
We didn't think anyone was gonna show up.
The hell did you expect? We gotta get out of here before the whole town's on top of us. You're done.
You want what I want, right?
End it. Now.
Joel, get up. Joel, fucking get up. Please stop. Please don't shoot. Joel, please get up.
Spit on the corpse too, huh?
Ellie. I'm sorry.
Jesse! They're down here!
Hey,
Hey.
could I sit down, please?
Yeah.
Maria wants to make sure you're eating.
She can't stop us.
To have the guys that we would need to do this smart, we'd be leaving Jackson vulnerable.
So they just get to get away with this?
Nobody wants that.
Yeah, but that's what's happening.
What if we get hit by hunters again?
Is this you talking or is this her?
It's a valid point.
That'd be
If it were
her
you
then.
or me, Joel would be halfway to Seattle already.
No, he wouldn't.
He absolutely fucking would be.
Well, we don't even know for certain that they're from Seattle.
Washington Liberation Front. That's what you said was on those patches.
What if they stole those jackets?
That's...
What if the WLF move?
What are you doing?
You know what? I'm leaving tomorrow. And if you want to come with me, great.
You have no idea what you're walking into. You don't know how large that group is, how armed.
I don't care. You can't talk me out of this.
You know, in all this, I actually agree with Ellie. Can I pause this cutscene? We can. Okay, perfect. So, again, unfortunately, Ellie just burst through the door instead of clearing it like she's cleared 1,000 rooms. Now, I know some people are going to be like, well, it was a heated moment. She was upset. Joel was screaming. She just marched in. So, okay, let's skip by that point, even though I think it's valid that she just burst through the door like a fool. Can you explain to me why people who are willing to march across the entire country, torture a man to death with a fucking golf club, why are they stupid enough to let Ellie and Tommy live? They know Tommy is his brother. They know Ellie was just literally screaming, "I'll fucking kill you all." Why'd they let him live? If they wanted to get away clean, all they had to do is drop the bodies. They would have been found hours later, no witnesses. Shit, we'd be up shit creek without a paddle. We wouldn't even know who did it. But they decided to let him live after they tortured a man to death and spat on his corpse in front of his surrogate daughter. Granted, they don't know about the surrogate daughter, although they should, because they are part of the Fireflies. If they know what Joel did, they know what Ellie did. So they should imagine a girl around the same age, right? Super invested in Joel. It's literally screaming, "I'll fucking kill you." They let her live. And they let Tommy live. People who saw all their faces, their jackets, they just walk away and let that happen. Now, what the game's gonna attempt to do from here is tell you that you shouldn't want revenge. And it's also gonna attempt to emotionally manipulate you into feeling bad about certain things that Ellie does. But why on earth would you? I don't know any of those people. I just saw them roll in, torture a man to death with a golf club, spit on his corpse, and then kick the shit out of Ellie. They pistol whipped the shit out of Tommy too. Why would I care about any of those people? Like, this is not Game of Thrones. Like, you didn't just kill Ned Stark in a way that makes sense. You just tried to go for some, like, bullshit subversion of expectations and kill him in a very big, contrived string of events that really don't make much sense past surface level. And I hope I'm explaining my point well with all those contrivances. It's like a series of 10 unfortunate events culminating in the stupid decision of those people to not kill Ellie and Tommy. Now, of course, Tommy is representing the point very well, that to do it smart, you would have to take a big group of people. Who knows how big their group is? Is it just the 6 or 7 of them that we just saw? Do they come from a larger city? Most people are going to come from a larger city. All the way to Seattle. I mean, we've already done that trek in the first game, and look how many people died along the way and how dangerous it was. But Ellie is right. Joel would already be halfway to Seattle. Joel wouldn't let that lie, and neither am I. And I'm actually fully on board with the revenge plot. And this game is going to try and, like, walk us off the ledge of revenge and try and teach us that the cycle of violence is bad. But I will talk about it more as it progresses. But why on earth would we be against the cycle of violence given what we've just seen? There is a way, of course, to have Joel die in a way that makes more sense than that. The slide change with Tommy giving his name out. Honestly, for what they tried to do with the game, which I mean, we'll get there when the game does what it does, but you would have to front load the shit out of this in order for me to feel anything for any of those people that just killed Joel like that. And even if it was a cold, calculated move, and you saw her be a little hesitant because he just saved her life, maybe. But she, like, vindictively, brutally tortured him. That's not just about revenge and justice. That was personal. That's, like, vindictive. She blew his leg off and tourniqueted it to stop him bleeding out so she could torture him to death. And even when Owen told her to finish it, she was reluctant. She didn't want to. She wanted to beat his ass for, like, 6 hours. And they all stood there and watched. They all allowed that. They were all enjoying that. They tourniqueted the leg. All those people that didn't think it was worth going across the country for revenge, by the way. They just all stood there and let that happen, so keep all of those kind of things in mind as we progress forward here.
Give me a day to talk to Maria. Okay? There's gotta be some folks you can spare.
And if she won't budge?
Well, I'll figure something out. One day. Please.
What should have happened here is we should have had hours and hours of content with Abby and that group before I ever get into any of this stuff for me to feel anything. My introduction to these characters is this bitchy woman that's like jealous at her ex for moving on, who then tortures that father figure to death. Like, nah, I'm good. But we didn't get to any of that yet, so for now we're with the characters that I absolutely adore, even though I down one. And I think Tommy and Ellie both represented themselves very well in that conversation. Him being smart but wanting to do it. Maria's obvious concern bleeding through Tommy's mouth. Ellie calling that out, and Tommy basically admitting to it. Just like Joel did for Ellie in the first game. If I was Ellie right now, I would absolutely burn the world to the ground. At least he got a headstone. Got a proper burial.
I want to stop at his house before we leave. We just have to pick something up. Okay.
Look, as far as investment goes in this game, the only investment I currently feel in this game is to fucking slaughter all those people. If it wasn't for that investment, I would have no want at all to play this game.
The horses. Looks like Tommy took one. Now Maria's got the stables locked down.
Fucking Tommy.
Oh.
We'll figure something else out on the way.
Of course, Tommy being the
Car or a horse or something.
the hero with the cause that he is,
Okay.
took that on himself to go deal with that privately.
A lot harder.
Then it's gonna be harder.
They've Ellie putting herself at risk, or at least that's what he tried to do.
I know.
Just don't want you to feel like you have to.
Ellie. You go. I go. End of story.
I don't blame Tommy for that. For all the tensions between him and Joel, they survived together. Joel took care of him a lot, did a lot of bad things to keep him alive, which they kind of talked about in The Last of Us.
I hid it by the east gates. I figured we'd want to slip out that way.
There's a lot of loyalties and allegiances going on between the three of them, being Ellie, Tommy, and Joel, so it surprises me none at all. Points for Dina to signing up to come on this trip. You can see here a lot of people appreciated Joel in this community. Now, I've seen some people try and justify Joel's reactions to all that, you know, wandering into the enemy base, giving his name out so easily, is that he's just softened up over the years of Jackson, but it's 4 years, man. They've been on patrol, they're dealing with infected every day. He still has just as much at stake as he did in The Last of Us Part 1, except now his position is even more precarious. I mentioned earlier how cautious he is in the first game. He should be more cautious in this game, because on top of all the reasons everybody else hated him before, with hunting and how infamous he was, he killed all the fireflies after that. So he made his situation worse and became more ignorant to his own safety.
Okay. I'm okay.
In retrospect of everything that happened in the first game and the way he behaves in the 10 minutes he's in this game, well, there's a lot of problems there.
Thanks.
And I guess we get to look around Joel's house now. See the kind of stuff he was into.
Dino, I guess. That was a good day.
I'm sure that's a memento of something him and Ellie did. That's why he kept it. You know, the giant list of contrivances leading up to that always bothered me, and I think they always will. I don't think that will ever sit right with me. It's a picture of a family dinner there. There are many ways they could have done that, and at the very least, everything that comes next in terms of flashbacks and trying to make us care about the people who just did that should have been front-loaded like a motherfucker. All very... There's this coffee. All very rushed and fast for shock value. There's a lot of damage going forward to what this game is going to attempt to do with us. But I wholeheartedly agree with the decision Tommy took. It makes sense, right? That is at least written good. That's the way we know about Tommy, from him being a Marine to joining the Fireflies, is he is very much a hero with a cause. He left his family to go to the Marines. He left Joel to go to the Fireflies for a cause. If you remember, he was going to leave his family again in the other Last of Us game when Joel asked him to take Ellie. He was going to do it there too. Very in character that he would try and do that to keep Ellie safe and from going down this path. And it totally makes sense for Ellie to be like, get the gun. This is over. They're all dead. What I would do. I'm doing some carvings. He is making another guitar. All my complaints aside, this is a very good display of what grief looks like after a big loss like that. And of course, the picture that they got eventually ended up framed in his bedroom, so it seems like he found a little bit of peace with his past, after all. They had quite the record collection. Broken watch that Sarah got for him before she died on his birthday. And we'll be using this to kill a whole lot of people if we can.
Ellie, can you come down here?
Everything okay?
Yeah, it's just come on down.
Maria, I'm headed to Seattle. I wish I could let it go, but I can't. I have to bring these people to justice. Ellie's gonna try to come after me, but stop her. Take her guns, lock up the horses, maybe lock her up. Buy me some time so I can end this. Love you always, Tommy. He's gonna get himself killed.
He should have taken me with him. You should have given us a group to go after those fuckers.
I wish I could.
You gonna try to lock me up?
I'd prefer that you stay.
That's not gonna fucking
I
happen.
prefer that you stay, but I know you better. You going with her?
Yeah.
So you're just gonna sneak out of here?
Yeah.
On foot?
Yeah.
I told the stable to let you out with your horse. Grab some ammo, too.
Thank you, Maria.
Just, do me a favor and bring my dumbass husband home in one piece, please.
Of course.
All right. Get going, you're losing light.
Good decision from Maria, too. Makes sense. You know, it obviously would never happen that we would let them go by themselves. But Tommy would do a great job of that by himself. I truly believe that. I think he'd smoke all their asses if left to his own devices. Obviously, he needs backup, though.
Was on top of him, drowning him.
Significantly less dangerous with us.
Joel couldn't get to his gun.
Jeez. Were you scared?
Well, I didn't even think. I just ran in there, grabbed his gun, and shot the guy in the face.
How old were you?
14. How old were you when you first killed someone?
We talking infected?
No. Fully conscious, non-fungal person.
10?
Wow. What happened?
Guy was coming at my mom. I stabbed him.
Shit. You got me beat.
Yeah, I'm a real badass. So how lost
Now,
are...
this is like a random side note, but what is with the constant Dina one-up in Ellie? Like with the total amount of infected killed, Ellie was like, oh, probably like 10.
About those crazy
Dina's like, oh, I got 20.
They came after you guys once. Maybe these WLFs are connected to them.
I remember them.
Didn't seem like the same group.
Maybe those black market smugglers back in Boston?
Dina, Joel crossed a lot of people. I don't see the point in guessing.
Okay.
At least until we find out more information.
Yeah, and then with the age that Dina killed somebody, it's like, well, I did it at 14. Well, I did it at 10. Look at the constant one-uppery. As for the cannibals, they're all dead. Their leader's dead. Most of them men, I mean Ellie and Joel together, took care of most of that. I doubt they could travel this far to do anything about that. It is a pretty game. I guess to make things a little more positive, I kind of did just shit on the story for like 20 minutes, but
Ellie, cars.
gameplay-wise and visually, this game is beautiful, and I do genuinely like the gameplay. The only reason I'm doing this right now is the gameplay, and I thought it might be fun to break down the story and see how it aged. See if I still feel the same way as I used to. And with the TV series, Season 2...
Guess I was wrong. Turns out you do know where you're going.
In a roundabout way. What I do wonder is, how much freedom do we have here, game? Not much. Let's get back on the horse. I'll just take a quick look. Quick look around for goodies. I imagine the goodies are going to be kind of isolated to main portions, but it doesn't hurt, right? Let us loot the trailer in the first part we played as Ellie, so I figured it might let us here. Been a while since we've been back into the cities. We came all through a lot of these places with Joel in the first place, right? Would bring up a lot of bullshit memories for Ellie. I assume this got blown the fuck out too. Yeah. I think they talk about that a little in the first game, how they blew out all the highways and bombed a bunch of major cities to try and stop the spread, stuff like that.
Stay with Shimmer.
Yeah.
Joel's gone for a little. Seems like the least we could do. Yeah, like I said, if it lets me, there's gonna be a lot of people you just saw on screen dying to this gun.
Yes.
Another trading card for the collection. What do we have here? This would be a big old map. Might come in useful later. Alright, everybody, so we have been going for around 48 minutes.
Found an old tourist map.
Well, that's something.
So it does seem like the perfect spot to split the episode, so thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please subscribe, leave a like and a comment. If you want to support the cause and help improve the channel, please do check out the links in the description below. I did just make a Patreon where I'm going to write full reviews of video games as we complete them. So if you're interested in seeing my review of Dragon Age: The Veilguard or any kind of game we've completed on the channel, then please do go check out my Patreon. The reviews are totally free. There is ways to support me if you feel like it. You can also subscribe and become a paid member of my Patreon, but it's not required. I'll also be doing some Q&A stuff, some updates on upcoming series on the channel, all that good stuff. It's just a way to support me extra and get a little behind the scenes. Otherwise, stay tuned, and I'll see you soon with more The Last of Us Part 2. Take care, everybody. Have a good day. Peace.